Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Aussie Father and Son Reviews. In today's episodes, we're going to be looking at the implications of the finale of WandaVision onto the MCU. Also, spoiler alert, go watch it before you actually watch this.
Alright, so I'm the father.
And I'm the son.
And this is our review.
Let's get into it.
Alright, so Agatha.
Yeah. So at the end of the episode, Wanda turned she made her think that she was a human. This made me think about a moment in the comics when Agatha's son, what's his name again?
Nicholas Scratch.
Nicholas Scratch.
Yep.
We talked about him in an earlier episode. Go watch that. And so he was fighting the Fantastic Four. So Agatha turned him into a human, and he absolutely hated humans, and it was kind of like a punishment. So that made me think of that in the comics.
Yeah, she turned him into just another resident. She was turned into a resident. Linking in that, I always thought the rabbit was Nicholas Scratch, but there was no rabbit in it. But I think that might come up later.
Yeah, it might.
In a future, whenever she comes back again. The other thing is, we know her aim.
Yeah.
She wanted to drain the powers of Wanda, and she was doing a pretty good job. It looked like she had actually succeeded. And also, I love this, in the first scene, Wanda throws a car at her into the house. Her two boots are there. Wizard of Oz. Of course that was a big reference to that.
Also,
killing the Wicked Witch.
Agatha said to Wanda, you'll need me later, and Wanda said, if I do, I need to know where to find you. So Agatha will probably come back into the MCU, maybe in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. I think definitely she's going to come back. She's there. She hasn't been killed. So that was a good setup to how they'll use her in future. Quicksilver.
That was so sad.
Yeah, it was. No link to the X-Men. He was just a random resident that looked like him. It was a big Easter egg for all of us. Yeah. But on the show, nothing linking. I think it will eventually link to the X-Men, but for us...
That did show us Agatha actually gave him powers though, didn't she?
She did. Inside the Hex though. So powers inside the Hex, do they last outside it? Not sure, but look, he's a nothing. Unfortunately, I really love his character in the X-Men. I think he was one of the best things about the X-Men. Loving how it was coming into the MCU, but didn't happen.
Yeah, so there was 3 characters that we do not know what was going to happen with them. First one, Hayward. Darcy hit him with a truck, and he was arrested. But will he return? I actually hope he returns in a future movie or TV show. I liked him as a villain. Yeah,
I think he's a good villain, and I'd love to see him come back.
Eddie Wu. He got the FBI to come on site. The FBI took it over Sword because it looks like they couldn't be trusted because of Hayward. But hopefully he comes back.
Yeah,
as well.
I like Agent Wu with his card tricks.
Yeah, she just disappeared. She was like she didn't like briefings.
Yep.
We will talk about her again later, but where'd she go?
Yep. And then Vision. So we had the 2 Vision fight, pretty cool fight. But when they started talking, they had that boat analogy. Basically, if you start repairing a boat and then eventually you repair everything, is it still the same boat? And they both came to the conclusion that yes, it is the same boat. So even though this new Vision and the old Vision they had, or the Hex Vision, they weren't, either of them weren't the original Vision. They still both saw each other as the Vision. Then he got all the memories. And so this new Vision, this white Vision, he sees himself as Vision.
Yes.
He has all the memories of the old Vision, including all the Ultron scenes we saw. All of that.
Like our Vision.
No, he doesn't.
So he'll be Vision, but it'll be a different Vision.
Yep.
It's kind of like Gamora in how she died, but then she came from the past. But except he has his memories.
And like Loki.
Yeah, like Loki.
So we do have. So I'm happy. There's a Vision in the MCU now. It's a different Vision, and he doesn't have the Mind Stone, but he still has lots of powers. He's still pretty awesome. He does need a paint job, but there is a Vision in the MCU, which is pretty awesome. So the main character, Wanda.
Wanda, so she was starting to learn near the end of the episode. She used the runes to beat.
The runes, yep.
Agatha, and then it showed that she was actually a hero in this, because when she actually saw how much pain she was actually causing all the residents, she sacrificed Vision and the kids to save them.
Yeah, and even Monica Rambeau said at the end, they don't realise, but basically I do.
She will be like a villain, like the world will view her as kind of like a Hulk.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, she is. And look, so overall, before we go into the post-credit scenes, thumbs up, thumbs down for WandaVision. What did you think?
The whole thing or just the finale?
Okay, let's go to the finale first.
The finale was good, but it was a little underwhelming. Like, they were hyping all this stuff up and then it didn't come true.
Yeah,
like, they said there would be a famous actor, but there wasn't. It was like,
a big reveal. They said someone as good as Luke Skywalker coming in the last episode. None of that. Which they kind of put our expectations up high, and then I thought it was good,
but like, it wasn't as good as to how they hyped it up.
Yeah, and that was a bit sad. But overall, in the whole season,
it was pretty good.
Yep. Okay, there was 2 post-credit scenes.
And lots of characters that didn't really have a good role, like Darcy, Wu, Monica. They got really good roles, and we actually saw them develop as characters.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Good to have so much more screen time.
So in the post-credit scenes, the first one, this was awesome. So Monica Rambeau was taken into the movie theater, and it was revealed as a Skrull. And she said an old friend has come to like pick you up and wants to talk with you, and she pointed up there. So if you don't know, in a post-credit scene previously, Nick Fury was up in space with Skrulls. But this was actually after the events of WandaVision. So maybe he hasn't even gone up yet, and he wants Monica to come into space with him.
Yeah. So this is only set a few weeks after the split, where Spider-Man Far From Home was set like 6 months or so after it. So this is actually set months before.
Yeah, so Monica's probably up there with him at the moment.
That would be... Okay, our second post-credit scene was Wanda in a cabin. She looked out the front, really relaxed. But then you go in the back and there's a different... Well, there's the Scarlet Witch, not Wanda, and she's got a book. Now, if you don't know about that book, that's called The Darkhold, and she's learning
about the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it is about the Scarlet Witch. She's learning about who she is, and there were some voices, and if you didn't hear those voices or know who they were her 2 kids, Wiccan and Speed, which she'd sacrificed earlier in the episode, but she'd heard those voices, and we think
that this might be opening it up to other universes. Yes. Because,
this is opening it up to Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange was actually referenced earlier in the episode where Agatha said the Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange, and so I think this is linking it up to his movie, the multiverses. So
that might actually be them fighting in multiverse.
The Scarlet Witch could be the evil one.
Agatha might come into that as well.
Yeah, she might as well. So that's
Yeah, and we didn't mention it with the Skrull just then, but we thought that Darcy just disappeared. She might have actually gone up into space as well. That would be pretty cool.
So hopefully there's a Darcy coming up, and hopefully she's comes up.
She's a very good character.
Yeah. So if you didn't watch our last week's episode, at the end, each time, at the end of every episode, we ask one of us. So it's time for the father to ask the son a question, and if he doesn't get it right, he has to eat one of these. What are these?
Yeah, Harry Potter Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
Okay, so some are good and some are bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if you get the question right, I have to eat it. If you get it wrong,
you better give me an easy question.
So, Monica Rambeau.
Yeah.
Okay. What is her superpower name?
Oh.
And I'm giving you a hint. Her mum, it was her call sign when she was a fighter pilot.
I don't know this.
It was listed in episode 4. It was a picture of it.
I've got to feel like something like... No, that's not right. It's like Supernova?
Oh, no. Would that be... I'll give you one more chance. It would be...
I don't know.
Oh, it's Photon.
Photon.
There you go, mate. Grab one.
You said it would be an easy one.
Oh, was that easy? Okay. All right, here we go. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Soap?
Oh, soap. Is that disgusting?
Yeah.
All right. So, I hope you liked our reviews of WandaVision. So, next week, there is the making of WandaVision will be coming out on Friday night, so you can watch that on Disney Plus. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so we'll be doing some on that.
Yeah, so we'll be doing our reviews on that.
And we'll probably be because there won't be anything for a week. We'll probably put out some reviews to all the movies.
Yep. Anyway, I'm the father.
And I'm the son.
And that was our review.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.